Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of our Cryptopolis playthrough, and our dive into Create, apparently, because this is like the third episode of us working with Create, which is fine, because I believe today is also the episode that we break out of Create, or at least out of, the quest line that we've been in. So, you'll see this giant monstrosity behind me, and we'll get into explaining exactly what's going on with everything behind us and why we have everything set up the way we do. But before that, of course, we need to do some updates as far as what we've done while we were away, and this does not top the list. So, and then we also have another setup over here that you'll see in brevity as we're passing along, and that is just going to be for more Create stuff that we're getting to in just a little bit. So, for starters, this whole jumping up and down our base thing is getting really, really old. And the Modpack creators have thankfully been kind enough to give us a new recipe for... Oh, no. I had it saved over there. I must have cleared it out. But they've now given us a recipe for Enderman. The same way that you can spawn in blazes, you can now spawn in Enderman and get some Ender Pearls. So, 3 clay balls, 3 black dye, and 1 soul bead will give you an Enderman at your soul altar, and it looks like you need a block of coal beneath it, which is pretty simple. So all that being said, we will get into spawning some Endermen today because there's also the elevator mod. This will allow us to essentially teleport up and down our layers without having to run up and down the stairs. So obviously each one only costs 1 Ender Pearl. We're just going to try and slay 3 Endermen and hope we get lucky, right? But that's not what we're going to be doing first. First, I want to talk about the vending machine. I've had some questions about our C-Bucks and why I don't really ever use them or spend them. Primarily because the only thing I really want from here are the seeds. Eventually, we'll build a big old Croptopia farm. That's just my plans, at least what I'd like to do. But unless I see something like these brownies here that I really, really want, and I tend not to buy anything. Everything that I've bought so far has gone into this chest over here, so if you're ever looking in here and you're like, man, Chance has a lot of random saplings, this is what I've spent my C-Bucks on. You know, I have honeydew seeds, peanut, rutabaga, tomato, turnip, apricot, banana, or apricot or apricot? It's really up to you. Banana, mango, peach, starfruit, walnut, cinnamon, is this persimmon? Or persimmon? I don't know. Somebody will correct me down below. That's fine. Nutmeg, dragon fruit, and tomatillo, and now turmeric. We also have a couple of stuffed artichokes because I saw these in the shop and was like, man, that is excellent. If we ever go to fight a boss, this is what I want to take, right? 9 hunger plus 44 saturation. And then the brownies. I just like brownies, so figured I'd buy a couple there for a snack later. Anyways, so that's essentially what I've been doing with my C-Bucks. There's, this shop refreshes each Minecraft day, so I don't really feel the need to spend all of my C-Bucks, and maybe they update the pack in the future to add some more variety instead of just Croptopia stuff, so just kind of holding out hope, Now, anyways, back into our quest book we go, and into unleashing our creativity. Now, when we left off, we needed some more mud bricks. I did go ahead and go down and finish that process out. We've already seen all of that. If you haven't, go back. I believe it was last episode where we did that. But essentially, I just made sure we had enough to continue on down to these 2 brick types here. That being said, we did our encased fans at the end of last episode, and we're going to get into creating ourselves some clay here. What you can do is wash some sand. The sand will turn into clay. You can then wash the clay as well into lava, and it'll turn into bricks. So we'll be able to complete that fairly simple today. Then if we take a look at our other 2 bottom tasks here, we have a mechanical extruder, which we'll be getting into crafting today as well. We now have access to a mechanical crafting grid that is large enough to support this, so we'll be all fine and dandy. I went ahead and made up all the RGB cores we're going to be needing for today because it was quite a bit. And again, we've already done this process, so if you missed out, go back and rewatch some of the videos in the series where we talk about this. But essentially, it's just throwing 5 items into some cleansing dye. Outside of that, again, we'll be getting into the crushing wheels today, and that's basically the 2 setups that you saw down below. So, with all that being said, let's start on the left, shall we? Left seems good, like solid places. Any last time we started right first, this time let's start left. So we've already obtained netherrack, obviously, from the top part up here, but we can actually create a whole lot more of it by... That's not the side. Although we do need to talk about this stuff. Couple more updates, I guess, with the world. But we can actually get netherrack by using scorched netherrack. Now, I set up another one of these resource generators because you can also throw scorched netherrack the same way you can throw scorched stone in the top, and it will auto-produce that for you. So we have that set up. We also have automated our gaining of all the different stone types. It's extremely slow, but it does work. So let's take a pop up top here, and we will see what's going on. Now I have my magnet on, so this is gonna mess with it. But essentially we have a resource generator with scorched stone in the top. You don't have to have 64, it literally doesn't matter. I just had a stack on me and was kind of curious if it could fit it, and it can. So, you know, do with that what you will. Then we have a chute attached. This doesn't have to be a smart chute because this thing goes so slow anyways, that pretty much as soon as it gets something in there, the chute is pushing it out. So there's that. Beneath this, we have cleansing water that runs down over some hoppers. I have 3 of them just to make sure that we're catching this stuff. You know, I didn't know how quick it would be. Probably don't need 3. You could probably just use 1 on the very end here and it'd still work all the same because the water is going to push it. But essentially we have 3 hoppers hooked up into some item pipes which are ran around the back here into our storage drawer. The storage drawer is linked up to all of these along the side. And again, it's only popping one out every couple of seconds or 1 second, something like that, whatever the conversion rate is. And yeah, it's doing all right. So we've now automated all this over here. But again, let's get our scorched netherrack, and we're going to walk over here because we do already have some sand crushed up as well. You can get sand from limestone. Put limestone in here, and of course we know how to get limestone from right over there. And I believe there was one more update thing that we did, which, well, maybe 2. So we added warped kelp because botany pots now show their recipes in JEI. So if we take a look at kelp here, and if you left click on it, you now come over to botany pots and see, like, okay, I need lava in order to grow it, or I need magma blocks, right? So threw a bucket of lava in there, and it's been growing like a charm. Same thing with beetroots. So I had this... I had beetroots, and I was like, oh, I can't put them in the pot. Guess it doesn't work. You can just turn your beetroots into the beetroot seeds, so that was a big blunder on my own part there. But they're now all growing fine and dandy. And I think we did all this last time, so no real update there. And then if we mosey ourselves on down to the washing station, we'll see the final update that happened in between episodes. A lot of it was like quality of life stuff. So right here, we have a little setup for buckets. Essentially, like I said before, we can't just keep stealing lava from right down there by our Extruders, right? Eventually it's going to get to looking very disgusting. It kind of already does. So what I did was set up a simple hose pulley that goes down into a bottomless supply. From this hose pulley, we have a mechanical pump, which is pumping the lava into a spout. So we literally have infinite lava coming out of the spout. We throw a bucket on there, it fills with lava, and we can pick it up. So infinite source of lava there. We could probably do something similar to this, or maybe add a tank in between here and there as a buffer, so that way we could also pull lava from the system. But we'll worry about all that later when we can get into ender tanks, which are in the pack. And la-di-da, this kind of leads us over to here, which we'll get into in just a bit. So we needed to throw the sand into some water, and that'll turn it into clay. It'll take it a second. But then we also need to wash some scorched netherrack, right? So can we do 2 things at once? I guess we'll see, right? This is a good testament. So the answer is yes. They can do 2 at once. There we go. We now have the netherrack and 13 clay. Hello? What? Is this not a 1-to-1? 25% chance. There you go. So no, it's not a 1-to-1. Well, that is atrocious, really, if I do say so myself. We can also crush dripstone block. What about in here? Also dripstone? We don't have a great way of getting dripstone currently. Okay, well, then let's just go ahead and toss another thing of sand right there. And then I think from the netherrack, we actually need to get nether brick, so we can go toss this in front of the lava pool over here to get ourselves some nether bricks. A little bummed about the sand and the clay, not gonna lie. That's a huge oversight on my portion. 25% chance? That's horrible. Maybe it should be tweaked to like 30, 50? I don't know. I mean, I guess once you have this setup, it's not really a big deal. The main thing is turning the limestone into sand, right? I've been playing on this long enough, obviously, to set up all of that stuff over there and all of that over there with my auto farm going up there, so... you know. But anyways, actually, we're not done. We're not done with you, Clay. There's my nether bricks, and then we also need some actual bricks. Let's just toss them all, right? Now, this does glitch out sometimes, specifically with the lava. You saw with the water, it didn't really do it. For some reason, with the lava, it, like, disappears. But it's okay. I know it's there. Also, I'd just like to point out, our new setup looks kind of like a rocket ship or like a train. I kind of like it. Our base is looking kind of cool. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now we have the bricks and the nether bricks. We can head on back up top. We're going to get into the Enderman slaying a bit later. I know the whole stair jumping is not ideal, but, you know, you do what you gotta do. So now, let's take a look here at our missions. We got that complete. We're going to need coke bricks, 27, so we need this recipe 9 times. And essentially, we're going to need a whole lot of clay. Okay. That's fine. We do have some more sand built up already. But let's put the coke bricks over on the side there. And then let's also put the blast... Oh, do I already have some? I do already have them there. Okay. Now, this requires lava. But we only need this recipe 9 times. Honestly, I think just putting the lava in ourselves is going to be best. So we already have the mud bricks. We need lava and the nether bricks we already have. We need 36 nether bricks. We have 64, so that should be fine. And then as far as the lava goes, let's create ourselves another little bucket here. If we're going to need to do this 9 times, then we can make 3 trips down and up, and that will be good enough for our blast bricks there. But while we're also doing this, we need to... Oh, give me that bucket back, please. We need to also have our sand going, right? Since it's such a low conversion right there, we'll have to make sure that that's going pretty constantly. But I'm fairly sure we're a little low on limestone as it currently stands. Let's see. Because I've, again, already been doing this. Yeah, we got about a stack. We do have a little buffer of scorched stone over here, but I don't have anything feeding into it. I guess I could make another resource generator just for having a scorched stone supply. But I was really hoping this would sort of solve our problems. I could also set up another resource generator up there. Maybe set up like a line of 3 or 4 of them. That could increase our production, right? I'll digress for now. I didn't want to go too overboard with everything that I did off camera, obviously, but we did do a lot. So black dye we also got while we were off. All you need to do is toss some scorched pebble into your milling stone, and then voila, black dye. And again, this helps us to summon the Enderman. We know how to get clay now. We know how to get black dye. We already know how to get the soul beads, which somebody reminded me, Chance, you have a tim pad, which I don't have on me, and that's curious because I have my backpack, and if I have a tim pad, it should go in the backpack. One thing I might want to do as well while we're waiting on getting the teleporters is sort of set up the tim pad thing for up here. Where is... There we are. Oh, fantastic. And we already have a teleporter set up for home, I'm pretty sure, because I showcased that in the first episode, put in a chest, and then just forgot about it. That probably happened when I went to go fight some lava monsters very early in the pack, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to lose it, right? It's just the way it goes. Alright. So, while our sand is doing its thing, we're going to run upstairs and toss our blast bricks, get that situation going, make sure everything is working okay. Do we have... We don't have the mud bricks on us. I'm wondering if I left them in that same chest. Sorry, I'm a little disorganized with the... I mean, I guess really everything. There we go, 20 mud bricks. And we only need, was it 9 for each? I feel like we're missing some of this. We only need 1 for that. And we only need 1 for this. Hey, fantastic. So we do only indeed need 9 for each. We'll do that. And the lava should auto-refill. So, let's see. Now, I also have a water pump pumping into this, so just have that turn the other way for the time being. Let's go ahead and toss all 9 in there. And then it's 36, right? So this should essentially create it. When it runs through, it should use the lava. We'll put more lava in. It'll run through. Put more lava in. And then we should have, yeah, at least 9 over here. Fantastic. So that's going to be a very simple process here. And again, only needing 9 buckets of lava because you don't need lava for the other recipe. It's not too shabby to just do this, or even if you don't have an auto lava setup, you can also just run down and grab some. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Oh. And if you wanted to put this on a conveyor belt, you could do that as well, where you just put all your lava buckets in a chest, they run across and auto fill up with lava. I just wanted a quick little pit stop area, right? Oh, our clay, right. Okay, 11. Oh, those numbers are so good. So how much clay do we actually need? Because this requires a whole block, doesn't it? So 9, we'll need at least 9 things of clay. And then we need 36 brick. We're at 29, so we'll need, was that 7? 7 more. We have our first block of clay, which means we need 8 more. 8 more blocks. Oh. 8 more blocks of clay is what we need to finish this ordeal. Which is fine. We may, like I said, we have all that extra scorch stone. We may just tap into our buffer there. Where's it going? Oh, yeah, over here. Sometimes you're playing Minecraft, you know that there's that phenomenon where sometimes you leave a room or whatever and you come back and you forget what you were doing because it's locational based memory, right? Happens to the best of us. I feel like that happens in Minecraft. You're like, yeah, I need to do this. So we should only need 1 more set, and that should give us the 27 we need there. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm gonna toss some of this stuff into here. Let's see, we'll just go Q, 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 Q. Alright, so how many stacks was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes sense. Out of 6 stacks, we got 33 limestone. Now you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But again, maybe if we just set up more resource generators up top, we can increase our output, and that'll help everything. So probably do that here in a bit. I just would like to get through at least 1 set of these bricks so we can, you know, sort of accomplish something before we do any bit of cutting. Oh wait, with the limestone, we gotta crush it. I tell you, this whole process into process into process is really unique in the beginning, but also when you're still running up and down your base can get a little annoying. But that being said, we're about to get into actual miniaturization down here. Now we're talking. We're gonna pretty much blaze through this whole quest line in a little bit. So let's toss limestone up top, grab another stack. It's really not such a bad process if you just do it like that, where you're replacing it, moving on, replacing, moving, you know, sticking to a rhythm. Sticking to a rhythm. Okay. So we have all the bricks we need. There is that. I think we needed 3 more buckets of lava. if I'm not mistaken. All right. Oh, and this little bit over here is being powered off the back of our water setup, so that's, well, it's a little difficult to show you, but there's a conveyor belt coming out the back right there that we've linked all the way over. So if you're ever curious, like, hey, Chance, where are you pulling that power from? You know, one of the steam engine arms. We can't really afford to put another steam engine on there because it will cut down the actual energy that the others have, right? The stress capacity. And our mechanical crafter is currently riding the line of 16,000. I did the math and it's like 13,000 stress units is what our mechanical crafter is currently using, so, which is a lot, obviously, but it's also moving at max speed, so, you know, that's pretty good. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, we got the last proof. Now, in order to actually get into this, we're going to have to step into our next chapter here, which is getting immersed. And in order to do that, we're going to have to make ourselves a hammer, which I think is just sticks, iron, and string. So we may have that right up top. But we also don't have a platform for this yet, and that's because this is actually going to be... where's my... Aha. And then the iron is just already in my inventory, right? Correct, Mundo. So it was string, iron, and sticks. Do I have any sticks on me? There's 2. Perfect. I do like how this crafting table stays set up. But yeah, there we go. Engineering hammer, or engineer's hammer. And essentially what you'll do is you'll place these down like so. Whoops. And then you'll right click with your hammer to get yourself the oven. We're not going to do that because, of course, I want to build a whole little platform for immersive engineering because just like Create, I think it's special and I think it deserves its own little platform. You know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean. Speaking of which, let's hop on back down here. That sand should be converted into clay. I don't have very high hopes, but you never know. Maybe we got extremely lucky and that's all the sand to clay ratio we needed. 14? Not exactly. Alright, so we need 5 more things of clay. I'm going to run through that process, and I'll probably set up some more of the resource generators up top. And then we'll be diving into what this is and what that other setup over there is, because that's kind of the last part of Create that we're really going to need to automate and to dabble into outside of a few future things. So, with that being said, I'm going to... Oh, goodness. Walk into some lava. Thankfully, our food just always keeps us going. But yeah, I'm probably going to make maybe 3 or 4 more resource generators. We'll have one pumping into here for scorched stone, and then I'm basically just going to set up this chute to go as far back as we possibly can, so we can get as many... Oh, our magnet. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it works fine, but yeah. So we can get as many resources going through here as possible, because we've obviously been here for a minute and it's only gained 15 since the 63 that I took. That's kind of lame. So, all that being said, I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, we are back, and we have our 9 clay, our mud bricks, and our regular bricks. I'm going to go ahead and toss all those in. Toss all these in. I'm not sure how much the basin can actually take before it fills up, and we want to make sure that we can get bricks in as well, so hopefully that is enough. Cool. So now it should just start auto-outputting, and this process will go a lot faster because obviously we're not having to run down, grab lava, run back up. We literally just get to watch it pump in 3 at a time every time, which is really nice. So here we go. We just need 27. This is really nice. Bam. And we are completed with that quest as well. Whoops, went over here. And we got some extra clay as well because I just didn't want to worry with it. Also, for our resource generators, we just added 4 or added 3 rather. I guess 4 total. We added 1 to keep up production of scorched stone in the system, and then we added 3 more over there. So that's pretty much it. And then back on downstairs, because we're going to be getting into our next quest line here through the use of our mechanical crafter. So let's take a look-see here. Back to unleashing your creativity, we need the mechanical extruder. Now, the mechanical extruder, we can take a look at the recipe here. It's going to require stone, 3 stone on the outside, 3 shafts coming down the middle, and 3 glass. So it's fairly simple as far as remembering what, how to make it rather. But as far as what it does, not allowing me to ponder there or there. Let me see. Or there. Pondering just isn't working. Y'all give me 1 minute. Sometimes this happens, you just gotta reload the pack. Alrighty, and as we load it back into the pack, we get some Feral Claws. Increases the wearer's attack speed. I do like that. It goes on our hands. Here we are. Let's see. Oh, and they look really cool too. Oh wow, that is fast. Let's see. Yeah. Oh man, mobs don't stand a chance. Alright, so let's go back into here. No, it's still not working. It's just not going to show us. Oh, you know what? It's a goggles thing. While we're looking at a mechanical crafter, it's not going to pop it up. Interesting. Okay, so essentially what the mechanical extruder does is it uses power, or create power, you know, and generates blocks based on what's around it. So it could require water and lava, and this will give you cobblestone. We don't really want a cobblestone generator, so we're not going to be doing this because we already have a stone generator. And if you have stone, you have cobblestone, so I digress there. Sorry if y'all actually heard my hands clap. I know y'all never get to see what I'm doing IRL, and that's because I just don't use a webcam for these videos. But I talk a lot with my hands, so if you ever hear, you know, snapping, clicking, clapping, it's my hands. It's my hands doing my talking. So yeah, basically it matters what's underneath it and what's on each side. Now, this is going to matter for our next quest line here. Now we are talking. Essentially, we're going to be taking 4 more different types of lava, pushing them through the extruders to create lead shards, tin shards, aluminum shards, and nether shards. Nether shards can be turned into redstone shards, quartz shards, fluorite shards, lapis shards, and glowstone shards. So, and you can literally, like, actually, it might be better if we, can we not show? Okay, there we go. So yeah, depending on where it's being crafted, that's sort of what determines the output here. So we'll have to get into some more mechanical crafters later, I feel like, to make sure that this is all automated. Or maybe there's a different system we can use, because I don't think compacting drawers are going to solve that issue. But yeah, essentially we're going to be getting into making some other types of lava, which is what we're going to do right after we make our extruder. But taking a look at it, we just need things like purple dye, which is red and blue, we already have access to. Pink is red and white, we already have access to. Light blue and blue. So let's go ahead and create the things that we're going to need here. We're going to need stone, shafts, glass, and an RGB core. And the reason we have so many is we're not only going to need them for this, we're also going to need them when it comes to creating the new types of lava, right? So whenever you're going into this, just know you'll probably need around 13. I accidentally made one too many, but you know how it goes. So there we go. How rude. How rude. And obviously our mechanical crafter moves at an exceptional rate here, so super happy with that. It's not going to take us very long to fill all this in and get the 9 that we need. You heard it right, folks. We need 9 of these. So I'm going to do this process 7 more times, and then we'll be back when we have the 9 that we need. But yeah, we might even just fast forward this depending on how quick I can be with it. Alrighty, and there we go. 9 mechanical extruders. Oh my god. It takes up so much room. What is up with this? Hello? Okay, so this is a bit ridiculous. But what we can do is take a look at what the extruding recipes actually are, and we'll see that we can actually create all of the materials we've already been creating automatically using this, which means we don't have to go slay all those lava monsters that I've been having to deal with, which is really nice. Don't get me wrong, the magnet, the strider, it all makes it a lot better, but not having to make my daily rounds out to the lava monster pit, you know? We don't actually have a lava monster pit, just so we're all clear. I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, we can even do iron in this. So essentially what we're going to do, everywhere, oh goodness. Everywhere you see the conveyor belts is deadly. No, everywhere you see the shroom lights, we place an extruder. And so each of these is going to use 1,000. I think we might have enough power to go, goodness, to go with this. If not, we can always slow it down. Oh, you know, if you just crouch, they don't affect you. Learning stuff every day. So yeah, essentially we already have 9 spots set up for this. And the reason we have the one in the middle is because each extruder requires water. So I'm hoping it doesn't have to be a left and a right kind of thing. You know, you see in the recipe, it's like water is always on the right. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it doesn't matter which side the material is on. So that way the setup works. If not, I literally have to redo all of this and make it a lot larger. I guess before we get too deep into it, let's go ahead and check that, huh? So we're going to need 1 source of water, and then we'll do... let's see. What do I want to do beside iron? I guess copper or coal. We'll do copper. We'll do copper and iron right beside each other. So let's go grab our lava sources up here and test this stuff out, basically. I'm excited. I'm very excited for this. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. So we're going to need red lava. And wow, that dissipated quickly. And orange lava. And it sounds like water. Oh, that's nice. Alright, so let's run through here. Oh, shucks, we didn't grab our... Ooh, almost ran off the edge. We didn't grab our water. Now, you can't just grab a bucket of water, obviously, because if you try to place that in the nether, it's not going to work. We have to actually go grab some warped blocks. Some warped blocks, actually, to be exact. Oh, speaking of which, they did update the botany pots to where they now also give you warped blocks and, you know, vice versa, the crimson blocks. So, that's all really nice. Our magnet's messing with that again. We got to get out of here. Yeah, let's go on down. Does our hammer have enough of a charge? 16. What I don't like, one other, I mean, you know, just while we're critiquing things. Now, I hate to always sound like I am critiquing, but it's usually easier to find the things you dislike as opposed to the things you like, huh? But the pack has been excellent. Very, very excellent. But I wish you could make an upgraded scorched hammer. That's all. So if we right-click this, and if I put that over there, we're not getting anything. Oh, does it have to be up 1? Or does the conveyor belt here have to be down 1? Oh, whew. It disappeared, and I was like, I'm sad. Okay, well, if that's the case, then all we would really need to do is break this and raise this. You have to do that over here too. Alright, and then we will simply do... I only have 1 gear. Shucks. Always leave myself so bare here. We'll do that. And that should still power it just fine. So now let's see if I put that... Is that the right way? And that? Oh, shucks, right. We can't put the water back down. I don't even know why I picked it up, honestly. Kind of a waste. So if we do water and lava... Hmm. That is curious, isn't it? Very, very curious. That's the actual setup too, though, isn't it? Water on the right. Oh, we need a block of iron underneath it. Chance, you're a genius. Oop. Right. I can do this. Um, um, wait, aren't you supposed to be outputting? Oh boy. Hold on, let's see. What is it called? An andesite funnel or tunnel? Funnel. Andesite and dried kelp. I should have that on me here. So many recipes, you just end up, you know, losing them. Alright, so now if I... Yeah. Wait, why is this not... Okay, there we go. And then if I take one of these iron shards and I plop it into there, and we set this up. This backpack, I tell you, sometimes it's more trouble than it's worth. Lock it, link it. Wait, is this... Oh no, select the one. Aha! And that should be infinite iron. It's a little noisy. Guess we can muffle it. Let's see. What would this be, though? No? There's probably a way to search for this. Thought it'd be create for sure. Let's see. Mechanical press. Can I search that? Okay. So there we go. Okay. Cool. So now we don't have to listen to that going over and over and over again, because we're about to have 9 of them going, so yeah. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have iron shards being auto-produced. Now the real question is, can we do the same with our coal? Or, copper. Y'all know what I meant. So, theoretically, if I place this over here... And I'm gonna need another gear. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Da-da-dun-dun-dun. We can go. Yeah, that's where I wanted it, of course. Give me that back. What are you doing? What if I shift right click? Okay. Alright, now you're just being funny with it. There we are. Well, now I can't really tell if it's creating or not. I don't think it is, which is going to be very sad. Oh, man, that's so sad. I probably should have tested this before setting a whole setup for it. But I was really just going off good faith, you know? That's a little bit of a bummer. But essentially all we're going to have to do is move this down one. Move all that down one. Move all, like, just move it down by like 3 or 4 blocks. We're just going to need more shafts and more belts. Not a big deal. I don't think it'll really cause too big of an issue with the system. But it does mean that it doesn't get to look nearly as cool or be nearly as compacted. So, you know, there's that. But that's alright, I guess. We have infinite iron, so, you know, hats off to us. Infinite iron, infinite andesite, we're good to go now, basically. That means we can create stuff. For the large majority. Shafts, gears, all the basics. But yeah, I'm basically going to rework my entire setup here, and we will be back when it's completed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. There's a cog in my way. I believe I've done it. I believe I've finally solved our issue and separated everything enough accordingly. So, still looks kind of cool. Not gonna lie, still digging it. The only thing I don't dig is that part down there, which, as long as I hide it, it's fine. But yeah, we can now continue on with the process of putting our extruder, our lavas, our stuff into places, and everything should work when I break this block. But it's not. Oh, right, the block beneath it has to be copper. Ah, yikes. Oh, and there's also this bug with Backpack when you try to left or right click and drag, it like keeps closing the crafting menu, so I'm not sure what's up with that. And oh, right, because I don't have copper in the system. So then as long as I do this... Oh, and iron's getting stopped up too because it's all full. So we're going to have to make a couple either upgrades or... Let's see here. So we have copper upgrades. That's not so bad. Gold we won't be able to get to. This increases it by 8. It's interesting. And now that we have infinite, copper, I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, but then, yeah, we just need to go make some void upgrades as well. So I'm going to do that, I guess, because our iron is currently, what's clogging up the system. Okay, so let's do that, and then we'll come back and basically set all this. Sorry, one more step. Alrighty, so we did a quick pop up top. It's a little annoying because these, for some reason, aren't showing our item on them, on the frame drawer, but we know what it is, and if you look in the top, you can see what it is. So that's iron, that's copper. And then, I believe if we just right-click on the outer edges of these, should be fine. We need one more, but that's alright. So now what's wrong with the system? So that should be going into... Oh, is it not linked? Right, we never linked. There we go. Alright, so now we have infinite copper, which is good, because now we can actually make the upgrades to hold 8 times this much. So we'll have 16,000 shards and 16,000 shards, and we'll be able to continue doing this on backwards all the way to get all 9 colored lavas. Lavas? Any hoosers, after we finally got that solved, now we can look into making these different dyes, which they're made really easy into the lava. All you have to do, I believe, is put them into a mixing with the dye and lava, and you get it out. Okay, so that should be simple. So we need purple, pink, light blue, and blue. So let's go work on that, and our copper will continue to build up, and by the time we get done making these other lavas, the copper should be enough so that we can upgrade each of the storage drawers, hopefully. So let's see. La-da-da-dee. I guess we could have went ahead and set up the extruders down below. I did kind of already have everything set for it. But no worries. Our dyes over here, so we have light blue, which requires white and blue. We have pink, which requires white and red. And we have purple, which requires red and blue. So we need red, red, and blue. And that should be everything. Oh, we have red right here. Red, red, and blue. Alright, well that's not too shabby. We are going to need not a water bucket. I've gotten rid of all my other buckets. Whoops. There we go. There's one. So we'll just go fill this up with water, or rather with lava, sorry. You know, the opposite of lava. Water's bastard cousin, I guess. I don't know. And oh, that's hot. It's so hot. In case you're wondering, hey Chance, you're not taking damage from that lava anymore. You may have missed an episode, but we have the obsidian skull. So after we take fire damage, we become immune to it for like, it's a good 30 seconds. So, you know, pretty good all in all there. Not too shabby. Do, 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 do. So it goes lava. And Beluda. And an RGB core. That should give us, ladies and gentlemen, blue lava. Fantastic. Now we also need to create these other colors now, so we'll need to toss them in the right order. Let's see. Pink, it's like so. Purple, here we go. And a little light blue just for you. Alright. You know who I'm talking to, by the way. Alright, so lava, core, color, and mix. Got it? Lava. Oh, goodness! I misclicked. Lava, core, color. Let's move these other colors so we don't mistake that. Cool. And last but not least, lava, core, color. Oh, there we go. Thermal's extruder, except it's create. What? I mean, I get what they're saying. Like, Thermal has the igneous extruder, and now they've pushed it into create, which I think is pretty awesome. But, yeah, there we go. And so, like I said, we made one extra RGB core, and it's my bad. My bad. But now we should also be able to come on downtown, and set this up to be automatic for most of these. I still have this, and I still have a little bit on my hammer. Alright, so if we simply hop, skip, and jump, that'll be water. Now, what do we need beneath this, though? That's the real question. No, not how do we use it. What do we need? Light blue stained glass. Okay, let's save that. And for you, my dear, pink stained glass. Okay, let's save that. What about for the blue lava? Give it up for the blue lava. Blue stain. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern. Are you going to be purple stained glass? Please say yes. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, that's all easy enough then. I guess let's go make some... Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Sometimes you get trapped in the loop there. It's alright. It just happens. It's just part of life, really. It's all just part of life. Bum ba da dum bum 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 ba dum bum bum ba da dum 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 dum. Glass, right? Glass is going to be up top. I think we already have some, don't we? Maybe it's all the way up top. I try to keep materials like made up, but at the same time, you know, when you're constantly trying to make up all the types of materials, sometimes you can get a bit forgetful. Maybe not you, but me, certainly. 4. Hey, that's perfect, because we're going to need one of you, not the RGB core, although I am a little curious. Is this? No? I was hoping, you know, maybe rainbow glass. That. What am I missing? Oh, blue. Blue. Abba-dee-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-dee-da-ba-da. Somebody's got to know that song, right? I'm not crazy. Crazy is a whole different song. But we won't dive into that. Surprisingly, that is actually the first time I've done that. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do this. Break it, break it. Light blue. What am I missing? No, that's it. Is this light blue? Light blue? Extrude. Light blue. And hammer time. Oh. Funnel. Right, there we go. If I just take my 10 shards here. And this has a void. And you know what? I should have done this a long time ago. Let's link. That, yeah, okay. Dun 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 dun. Now we just do this over and over and over again. So we'll go pink, extrude, water, water, pink, funnel. Oh, no chance. Come on, you're smarter than that. Don't. Oh, shucks. I need to. There we go. Clear thy recipe. Wait, how is this one going in there? I haven't set this up, have I? Oh wait, did it fill in one of the empty slots? Did it automatically do that? It did. Aluminum. Cool. Beans. Alright. So then that side's set up. Let's come over here. We're going to do blue. Blue. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-boo. Wait, so it's... Now it should be water on this side, right? Yes. By George, I think he's done it. Okay. Purple, I actually want to go on the very end here. Because purple is special. Purple. Oh, almost had it. You're actually supposed to use a hoe for the shroom lights, but I never do. Just a little secret to all of you. So again, we need purple, this, that, funnel. Oh, doesn't this just look beautiful? Looks like there's a holdup in the system somewhere, though. Doesn't look like there's any holdup in the actual production, so that's good. There's just a holdup in how fast... Oh, gosh! And how fast the system can intake it. That being said, we're now gaining all of our shards at an increasingly awesome rate. Oh, you know what might be the problem? Oh, no, they all have... They should all have... Yeah, they all have void upgrades. So if this is already lagging up the system this much, I wonder how much it's going to lag it up when I really... You know, add all the rest that we're going to add. Maybe this wasn't the smartest. And why is the purple just pumping out so fast? Does it not seem like this one's going a little extra to y'all? Uh-oh. You know what? We are building up a little bit of a backup here. So our system can't quite hold this much. Oh, that's a shame. There's no way for us to speed up these belts any faster, I don't believe. I think we'd break the system. So we're going to just have to create a whole new belt system. How many is this on one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 9 total. Maybe we could do 5 and 4. I think 5 might be able to be handled. Let's see. If I was to just simply break this funnel. Yeah, because we don't want it to be backed up, you know? Okay, so this is with 5. And it looks like it's all going fairly smooth. There's a slight stutter, but it's not enough to stop up the system, I don't think. Okay, so we'll have to have 5 on one and 4 on another. Well, shucks. And there's no way to speed up conveyor belt stuff? Oh, shucks. No, probably not. Interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you essentially have the concept here. I'm gonna stop fiddling with it because obviously I could just keep working on this over and over and over again, and I will if I don't stop. So, on that note, let's move on. So we do have another topic that we actually need to cover in today's video, so we can actually get fully out of our story quest line thing, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to be right over here with our crushing wheels, which I need to actually look up the recipe. So we need andesite, wood, and stone. Andesite alloys, check. Wood, check. And stone, we'll have to run up top. Do a quick little pop up top. Hopefully we'll have enough time for the Enderman this episode, but it's looking like maybe not. But seeing as how you know the recipe and you know how we need to do it, this could also be something I do in between episodes, because it's really just going to be placing a block of coal down here, spawning the Enderman, and then murdering them. So we popped back all the way up top. I didn't really have to. I could just pop down to the second layer here, but that's okay. Sometimes I forget that I have all this automatic resources, and I make it really difficult on myself. That's alright. Wrong way, Chance. So if we pop on over here, let's see. So surround them. So it'd probably be easier if I work from the middle out, huh? Stone, wood, andesite. We're gonna need more andesite alloy. Okay, stone, wood, andesite. There we go. Maybe not, actually, because we only need 2 of these. It's not like we need 9 or anything. Not currently. Oh, wait, that's not it. There we are. And we may have to make more of these. Oh, it gets... Oh, now you know. I guess you probably could have known if you just would have looked at the output here that making this once actually gives you 2 crushing wheels. So we now have 4. That's alright. A pair of giants. And these are running at max speed, so theoretically we should be able to just... And we'll test this with our stone, because why not? Toss that in here. And in no time at all... our stone will be gone. Hold on. Hello? I can't tell if it's still working or not. It's like it never outputted the item. It definitely inputted it. Input it? Oh, I didn't automatically grab it, did I? No. What happened to that stone? Hold up, let's see. Alright, we toss it in. Crushing noises happen. Crushing, crushing, crushing. Lava pops. Is there some problem with my magnet? Stone can be crushed, right? I'm not just imagining this. You can crush stone to give you cobblestone, I thought. Seems like a very basic ordeal. No, you can't? I just tossed in 2 stacks of stone for nothing? Okay, so what can I crush then, if not stone? What can I actually crush here? All those are ore blocks, blaze rods, iron. I can crush the shards. Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure that our setup works. The only unfortunate thing is now I have to go behind the machine and replace this hopper because apparently stone was the issue, not anything else. So let's see. Actually, I should be able to. There we are. Oh, what? Oh, my magnet. Does it matter? This is just belt. Oh, or a curio. Okay, so it can go in anywhere. There we go. Then we pop back over. And now let's toss shards. And theoretically, we should end up with, yeah, there we go, iron dust. And it's going quickly. Okay. Ooh. Faster than the hopper can keep up with? It's kind of just sitting on top there, but the hopper has additional slots, so I'm not sure what that's about. It's only like intaking 17 at a time. I mean, I guess it's fine. We still get the output, right? Oh, and a little extra, a little something for our heartache. Okay, cool. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We now have crushing wheels, and I mean, really, if we wanted to, we could stick 2 more on the front here and throw a double chest up there. Another chute. Shoot, I don't know about you, but it sounds like a decent idea. Oh, we're gonna need some more pressed iron. That's fine. We may have more chutes somewhere else. But yeah, there we go. It's actually a quadruple crushing wheel at max speed. That's pretty impressive. I'm very happy with this system over here and the fact that it's held up. I kept waiting for it to break through this episode because, you know, obvious reasons. I saw that lava monster down there. I'm just gonna ignore it. But honestly, the only thing that's really been broken was, I mean, this whole process, which was kind of annoying and still kind of is because now I have to figure out a new conveyor setup. Which, honestly, probably just going to run another conveyor right over it. Like, just go up and over with it. But then I'm going to have to move all these. Unless I go diagonally up. Let me off this mad wheel. Let's test something real quick, shall we? Where's my shafts? There they are. Let's go. I mean, theoretically, that would be enough. And can oh yeah, so that does work. That works. Oh, but now we have the problem of powering it. Of course, I guess I would just power it towards the end and then worry about that later. Okay. Alright. Well, then I think we have our plan. And what we should honestly do in that scenario then is probably have... Well, I definitely don't want to clog up the nether stuff. Like, I want the nether to be on the 4 belt. So, but also with that in mind, let's go reattach this funnel down here because I don't actually mind it clogging up the system currently because we only have a max of 2,000, which means this stuff's going to get filled up, you know, yeah, almost instantly anyways, so... ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Cryptopolis. It's been a bit of a head-scratcher for me, for sure. Setting this all up to begin with was a bit of a head-scratcher. The fact that it didn't work, just... I mean, honestly, we just had to shift everything over, but it just made this whole setup a little bit extra, right? But yeah, so we're going to fix the conveyor belt before we come back in the next episode. When we do come back, though, we're pretty much just going to be completing this, because all this is basically assembling everything, right? It's just putting it all together, which honestly, we'd probably go ahead and do that, right? We'd probably do a lot of it right here, right now. What do you say? You want to play? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Really just wanted it out of my main bar here. So we have 10 shards, aluminum shards. Where are my aluminum shards? Oh. Copper shards, which we already had. Lead shards, which are new. and nether shards. Let's just get a stack out of those. So, 10... You have to have 4... Oh, bite me. Oh, did we mention we also changed the shard recipe? So wait, what do we do with the 10 shard block now? Put it into a crusher from a different mod? I say madness. What else can these be used for? You can put them directly into a pulverizer, but I'm thinking the pulverizer, yeah, it requires a machine frame. So the way that they gate thermal is really interesting. They put it behind the miniaturization field and behind a block of steel. So that's fun. Yeah, so there's that. Aluminum. You the same? You are indeed. There's our block of aluminum. Lead, same thing. And then the nether shard is where we get interesting. So then we have the redstone shard, glowstone shard. I don't have enough inventory space for all these shards. What was one of the other ones? Diagonal, right? Fluorite shard, and then opposite diagonal, lapis shard. Alright, so that got us through all this. How do we make these, though? You know, it might be easier to just go from the shard, combine it together into a glowstone shard block, which you can then do nothing with. What do we use these in? Oh, just straight into the crusher? Okay. Alright, well yeah, so next episode we'll basically be getting into thermal and crushing and the rest of this. I thought this was going to be simple. I thought we just had to do a nice easy block conversion or, you know, straight out the wazoo, but that's okay. So, getting immersed, we'll build the coke oven, we'll build the blast furnace, we'll get into steel, we'll get into creosote. You know what, we'll get into the oil. What is this? Creosote. Creosote, yeah. And then the arc furnace, right? Okay, so this is more automation, and I believe a bit of power. Impressive. Oh, we're getting to the press. Oh boy. So chapter 1's going to take us quite a bit. Thankfully, I think after this, though, things start to speed up a little bit. 'Cause here we'll already have... Lava can only be obtained through immersive engineering. Yeah, we already knew that. The AI learning, we just got to get some of these data modules, which seem simple enough. Yeah, all this is fine enough. So once we get immersive engineering automated, we should be off to the races. That being said, is there a reason for us to pull nether shards from this system to autocraft into redstone, glowstone, and, you know, the various types? Probably. That being said, we're not going to worry about it right now. So, again, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you did enjoy. If so, please be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe for more awesome content if you're new here and you enjoyed the content. It does really help, the channel. And it gives the YouTube algorithm just a slight little bit of chance to send my videos your way once more. Share this out. Friends, family, family of the friends, and friends of the family as per the usual. Hope you all stay safe, stay awesome, stay crafting, and until next time, peace out.